Hey guys, welcome to the Laura and Hour podcast with your girl Laura D. And
Mommy.
yes. So guys, we have on a very special guest tonight, and I'm gonna let her take her time and introduce herself and her foundation. So go ahead, blind to Rage to Blind, please introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Natasha Lee. I am the founder of Raise to Blind Awareness. It's an awareness for my son. Um,
Oh,
he
it's
was in an
okay. Take your
accident.
time.
He's a Rage Road survivor,
Mm.
and now he's legally blind.
Mm.
He
I
has no eyeballs at all. So I decided to do an awareness to start a foundation for him
Oh my
in the
goodness.
community because there's not much things for blind people around here to do.
You know what? You're so right about that. First of all, let me take my time and thank you for coming on to the podcast because we so appreciate you for coming on, and it takes a lot of strength to come on to a platform like this and share your story and talk about something that was so emotionally daunting to you. So thank you for coming on. We really appreciate it.
Thank you
Um,
for having me.
you're welcome. You're welcome. When I seen your story, I'm not even sure how I got added into the group, but someone added me, and whoever added me to the group, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. But I was reading through some of the quotes that you and your daughter post on the website, and I was like, oh my goodness, this is so inspirational. And then I was like, you know what? I need to know more. And I reached out to you, and you reached out back very promptly, and I appreciate you for that, and you gave me some insight into your story. And so I am going to give the world a little bit of background on your story, and a little bit of background on your son. I'm going to give a general, and I'll let you give the rest.
Okay.
So, June, the, I'm sorry, I believe it was, I'm sorry, I can't remember the date. Can you give me the date again?
The 10th,
June the
June
10th,
10th. Mhm.
22.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, because this kind of put me in a emotional state because your son's 20.
Yeah.
So on June 10th, 2022, your son was driving on Belmont, and he was attacked, because that's what we're going to call it. He was attacked while
Yeah.
sitting in the seat of his car. And the gentleman walked up to the side of his car, from what I read,
Hmm.
and pointed a gun at him and just shot him in his temple.
Yep.
And I I'm really floored at this because from what I was reading in the article, there was no legit reason for this fella to do this. He just was upset, driving while upset, stepped out of
Driving
his
away.
vehicle and came and changed someone else's life for the worse.
Hmm.
And I am so sorry that that happened to your son.
Thank you. Thank you.
Um, so after this gentleman attacked her son and left him there to die, he got in his vehicle, drove off, and then encountered police and got into a shootout with the police. Now he was injured and he was taken to the hospital. From what I learned, he had no legitimate reason to do this to your son.
Mm-mm. None at all. We didn't know him at all. Um, from my understanding, his wife was in the car with him,
Mhm.
and I think from what my son say, it was more of an ego thing. He was maybe an egotistic. I can't explain it. You know what I'm saying? I can't explain why he did it, what was going through his head, or I mean, 55, you're a grandpa. You
Right.
know what I mean? You were
55 years
25
old.
when my son was born.
Mm.
So then he's in a car alone, you know.
And he's a
So
child, 20. I mean, I know people say that's not a child, but he is a young man, just turned 20.
he just turned 20. His birthday was May 4th.
Oh
He
no.
was only 20 for a month and what, 6 days?
That is So heartbreaking. I am so sorry that this happened to you. So how did you get the call? Who notified you?
Oh, wow. That's a story of its own. Well, I was actually at work because I work from home.
Mm-hmm.
So this happened at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I get off work at 6:30. I didn't find out till 6:24.
Damn.
My cousin called me and she was like, she knew it was my car because she was there when I bought the car.
Oh my.
Well, it was his car. You know what I mean.
Yeah,
So
you bought it for your baby.
yeah. So she was like, "Is you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah. What's going on? Is something wrong?" She was like, "Your car." She said, "You don't know?" I said, "No, what?" She said, your car. It's all over the news." I'm like, she said, "Your son, it's all over the news." I'm like, "Well, what happened?" I just hung up the phone. I
Mm-hmm.
couldn't. I couldn't think. I'm like in a house by myself because it was just me and him. Here, we the only two that live here.
Oh
So
my.
we like, I'm like,
It just
I'm
dawned on you. Yeah.
yeah, I'm just stuck. And so I'm calling this phone. I'm like, you answer every time something going on. I call you, pick up the phone, pick up the phone, pick up
Yes.
the phone.
Yes.
No
I
answer.
I
So
and I'm I'm sorry. I that was something that was hard for me to ask, but I really wanted people to understand what that felt like for you in that moment, for you to receive a call that your baby was injured. These are things that people don't think of when they do things
okay.
like this, how it affects a person emotionally, and I really can't, I really don't have any words for you right now,
You're
but
fine. Trust me, you're fine. You're doing
I'm sorry because
great.
it's just so I can't, I'm a mom, so I just can't imagine you just
Don't.
thinking, like this
Yeah.
is my baby. But what
I
I
know.
wanted to,
We both hissing at the same time. Like, yeah.
yes, yes. So another question that I wanted to ask you was, how has it been caring for your son? Because I know that his injuries was extensive. So you
Oh,
said
yeah.
that he had lost both of his eyes, and once you got the news that he was going to lose his eyes, how did you handle that, and how did you prepare to start to take care of him or to prepare for his needs?
Um, I kind of let God take control,
Mm-hmm.
and I just trusted the process. Trust the process, and I trusted God to walk us through the motion, and
Hold your
just
hand.
yeah, try to keep my up spirits. Stay high, and I mean high in spirit, not high off drugs. I'm sorry.
No, I get
know,
you. I understand
keep,
you. I
keeping my
understand.
keeping my prayers up and trying to stay positive, staying focused, being the person I am.
Hmm.
I'm a caring person. So it
So
was
I
like,
can I can imagine you had a great support system behind you.
oh, wonderful. His
Yes.
brother, his brother's here. I have only 3 children. I have 2 sons and a daughter, and his brother literally left his life to come take care of his brother, help us out here, and be with him. And then he have a group of friends that's still around. She's one
That's
of them.
amazing.
She's hiding from the camera.
That's amazing. And just so everyone knows, she is the admin to
Yeah.
the website. Share your website with us again.
Rage to blind awareness.
Okay. And so I want to actually get into that. I'm going to take a break from asking you too many questions about your son right now. Let's highlight the Rage to Blind awareness. Why did you start? Well, I know why you started this, but where did you come up with the name? How did that just pop up in your head?
Well, I came up with it because at first we were saying he's a road rage survivor, and then I was thinking of him being blind. So I was thinking, I'm like, well, rage came from the road, driving down the road rage,
Hmm.
and then blind came from my son. So I just said rage to blindness awareness because he's only blind because this man was in a rage.
Could not control himself,
Yeah.
and I'm so sorry. I can't even apologize enough about that.
Thank you so
So
much.
we
So,
have a comment. Willie Calhoun said, "Hello, everyone. Hello, how you doing?
yeah, that's my cousin. Hey.
Okay, how you doing? So I think you're incredibly brave for starting this foundation because you know what? There are so many instances where people don't understand that rage affects us every day. There's
Yeah.
so many crimes that happen in Youngstown, and I can speak to our city because I'm from there.
Okay.
And the crime rate in Youngstown have been going through the roof. And people don't understand rage do play a part in that.
A big part. A
What
big.
would you like what would you like to highlight a part of your campaign that you want to highlight and bring awareness to people? What are your main focus to help others in Youngstown recognize rage and the aspects of how it can hurt not just them but someone else?
I would say the thing I was thinking if, like I was saying, the more I get into my awareness, I'm gonna be asking for signs up. Don't let rage take over. Don't let the rage take over you. You're only driving. You know what I mean? We all drive. We all get upset, but don't let it take over. You know, calm your rage down. If you gotta get a squeeze ball and squeeze it while you're driving, you know what I mean?
Mm,
Don't be so eager to rush to rage and let rage become your fire. And then
mm,
that fire weakens somebody else's life.
right.
You,
And self-awareness. Like
yeah,
you said, self-awareness. Sometimes we have to take a time and just breathe
yeah,
and count because you know it's just in the blink of an eye.
yeah.
In the blink of an eye, your actions can affect you or someone else for the rest of your life, and
Correct.
you do not want to be in a position where you're ruining your life and someone else's. So, I wanted to ask, how can the community support you? What do you need right now from the community other than bringing awareness?
Well, I really would want the community to kind of, you know, be more caring for the blind, and put more stuff out for the blind. Like gradually start something for the blind, like maybe a audio. Um, uh, what was I saying? Like a audio. Uh, like an audio day just for the blind. It's
Oh
like a
yes,
class
yes,
where,
like an auditory day. So like
yeah, audio
when you
activity.
lose one sense, you can and hone in on another. Since he
Hmm.
doesn't have his eyesight anymore, he can have somewhere where he can go and get uh like hearing what's it called, stimulation,
Yeah.
and that will help him become more aware of his surroundings. And so they're
Mhm.
saying that music helps when people become blind or if they were born blind, music helps stimulate your other senses. So that would be something that's great. So from what I'm gathering is you would like maybe more functions out and about like throughout the community,
Yeah.
bring awareness to blindness with how blind people may need assistance with other things or just entertainment
Just
because
entertainment period, yeah. Because my
mhm,
son, he's actually an artist. He raps. His YouTube is LFZ Woods. If you want to check out any of his music, I'm actually holding a performance for him next
mhm.
Wednesday at 9:30 p.m. Um, he was making music before this happened. You know what I'm saying?
And you said that was LLC Woods?
LF as in Frank.
LFC.
LFZ. Yeah, LFZ Woods.
Oh, that is amazing. We'll be sure to check that out. So we
Thank
have
you.
another comment. Monique Johnson said, I agree.
That's
We need to stop for a minute and take a breath. Yes,
that's
we
my
do.
cousin.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Thanks,
Um,
Mom.
do anyone else have any questions? LFZ Woods on YouTube.
I
Got
did.
it.
So, now since he hasn't, or he doesn't have his eyesight, I know like probably he had like a bubbly personality and everything prior. Like, how has his personality been? It's like because stuff like that will take a toll
Yeah,
on somebody. So
yeah. Well, in the beginning, it was slow motion. Well,
Mhm.
he's always been perky. Like he like me. You know what I'm saying? Our birthday is on the same day. So he always been pop perky, like live. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And for the most part, he still is. You know what I'm saying?
That's
I
good.
thank God for that. Like I said, I got to give God all the glory
Yeah,
because
it
Yes.
without
could have
him,
went way worse. You know what I'm saying? Like we could have been having a whole different
oh yeah,
conversation than what we are now. So
Yes.
yeah.
What is one thing you want the world to know about your son?
I want them to know that he's still um, perky. He's every day is better than yesterday. So
Amen.
each day, he's always been the type of man where he don't get up and do things on his own, whether you want him to or not. You know what I
So
mean?
he's not letting nothing hold him back.
that's good.
He ain't letting nothing hold him back. Um, he's very sociable. He's friendly. He's lovable, and he would love if everybody was to, give him support. Don't look at
Yes.
him strange, when you see him out in public.
Right.
We go
Right.
out to Walmart and people just stare. I'm like, you know,
Because I mean, the thing is that I can understand as to why because it's really not like you said. There's not per se a lot of blind in the community, or if they are there, you just
Right.
don't see them. So
Right.
it's
yeah,
like
you
So
don't
would
hear
you
about
be right? Would you be open to people if they seen you guys out in public after the podcast? Would you be okay if they ask you questions and talk to you?
it.
Would you rather them ask you questions rather than stare?
Yes, I would. That would help me out a lot because just open your mouth. I mean,
Right.
ask what
yeah,
happened to him. I'll let you know. We don't
Right.
have, we're not ashamed.
right.
Hmm.
And it's not like it's secret. I mean, it was once it hit the news, everybody knows us. So it's not like
Pretty
it
much
was
everyone knows.
something that happened
Everybody.
like in the dark. And
Yeah.
so
It was actually a whole nother incident after that happened to him, the shootout with the police.
right, right, right.
So,
And yeah, so I do have another question. This question actually came from Platinum P. Um, One of the questions was, why is blind rage swept under the rug so much? Because it's not highlighted often at all.
mm-mm.
So there have been so many stories in the news where actually here in North Carolina, there was a family driving down the street. The guy cut off, the woman cut off the guy, and he opens fire in a car, killing her and her baby. And then a same incident in California, another female actually shot into someone's car because of road rage and took a child and I believe the father's life.
That happened to a
Um,
teenage girl down here in Atlanta. I think she was in a car with somebody and they like cut the dude off. And I think she was like
uh-huh.
16 or 17 years old and he shot the car up, killed her. Like,
Yes.
Are you serious?
Atlanta's
So
crazy, girl. Crazy.
so road rage is not highlighted enough. You have videos on
Mm,
YouTube where it might turn into something funny at the end, but it's the cases that are not ending in positivity or someone being embarrassed are swept under the rug and it's not highlighted enough. So I
yeah.
missed a couple of questions. So we have Anita Robinson said, "Good evening, y'all. Good evening."
Hey, that's mine.
All right, support. I love it. Thank you for joining, guys. So,
Thank you.
who either one of you guys can answer this question. So, why is blind rage swept under the rug? What do you guys think? Do you think because
I
is
think it's,
not? Go ahead.
oh, I'm sorry. Go
No,
ahead.
no, you go ahead. Tell me what you think.
I think it's the areas because I spoke with the woman who's going to be showing him about an eye seeing dog, the dog, the seeing
Mm-hmm.
dog, and she's in New Jersey. And yes, sis, and she said like it is so normal there that they have so many signs. People
Uh-huh.
really care about them. And I was telling her, I said, I
Yes,
want to
nothing to
move
be ashamed
there.
of.
You know what I mean? Because
Right.
it's
Because it's
so,
more accommodations.
yeah. And I spoke with her, and I didn't even know she was blind. That's how pleasant she was.
Wow.
Yeah, she was
Wow.
blind, and you could not tell.
So let's write that down. One of the things you would like to see changed in Youngstown is more accommodations.
Yes,
Yeah.
more
Accommodations for the
combination.
blind.
Yes.
Like they need more signs, like as many signs as they have as putting on your seatbelt. Like
Mm-hmm.
like you see a lot of signs like put your seatbelt on, like on the road and on the highways, but you don't see anything about road rage or anything. Like highways, is the most streets that you have road rage in because there's so many cars. Like there's only signs with seat belts and
Right.
the
Buckle
traffic
up
that's going, yeah,
or
buckle
get a
up or
ticket.
don't drink and drive, stuff
Yeah,
like that,
stuff
but
like
nothing
that.
about road rage. Like,
Yeah.
Road. Okay, I'm writing this down because I'm going to resend this all to you guys because you guys know what you want. I think this is something that your campaign can definitely bring awareness to because you're right. When we're driving on 85 South, you see buckle up or get a ticket.
Yeah.
Let's put signs out there to help remind people that your rage and your actions can send you in jail, and let's not make this misdemeanor. Let's
There
put
you go.
felonies behind that.
Yes.
Because if there is a fear, then people are going to definitely try to obey the law. And I'm sorry, Monique McIntosh said, I think it gets swept under the rug because half of the time they never catch the person who does the raging. You are absolutely right.
Yes. And
Absolutely right.
that movie, what's that movie called? When that man
with
hinged. They need
Unhinged.
to
Yep. Perfect movie.
Putting that movie out there. Stop putting that movie out there.
Yes. So for people who don't know who Unhinged is, I believe his name is he was Lloyd.
He played on another warrior movie.
It was Spartacus or I believe he played Russell Crowe. There we go.
Okay.
Russell Crowe was in the movie Unhinged. So in the movie Unhinged, a woman had cut him off, and he didn't like the way and she didn't apologize, and he didn't like the way that she reacted, and he hunted her down, killed her friends, I believe her husband, and that was an instant of road rage. So they made that movie to highlight like people out there have such anger problems that they would do stuff like this. Yeah. There was actually an incident in I believe it was in Ohio where a woman, a male had got into it with another man. The man didn't like that he had cut him off. It was in Columbus actually, and it made Facebook went viral. It went viral on Facebook, and the Caucasian guy was in a company vehicle, and he got fired from his job. Followed the guy to his home.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. See, and the crazy thing about it is my son, I'm a mom. I will be honest, you know what I'm saying? So I was in the uproar, and I'm like, I'm suing him. He shouldn't have did this to you. I'm suing him. And you wouldn't believe what my son said.
What did he say?
Said, no, Mom, you got to forgive people. He said, that man got a family. You got to think about his family. You can't sue him. They may need their money.
Oh my God. You know what?
I like the way he thinks because I never
because
at all. Like,
I said, I need time.
Right, I need time, baby. But you know what? That just speaks to your son's character and the job that you did as a mother. Because even though that person harmed him, he thought about the people that guy has affected. Because not only did he affect your family, he affected his family also. Anyone else on the panel? Because I keep asking questions. Want to go? Go ahead, be fast.
So, just listening to everything, the story and whatnot, Mike, very unfortunate for you guys, and I'm sorry for all the bad that came your way. But I'm glad you guys are seeing the positive out of it, and you're looking to move forward and do certain things to help make a positive influence in others. Now, one thing I hear that is something that we should also take in consideration is mental health. I hear road rage a lot, but I think anger is a symptom. It's not a main source. And coming from experience of having anger problems back in the day, I was mainly hurt most of the time. And it's easy to be angry than upset, like as far as sadness, dealing with depression, dealing with any personal problems that may occur. So his actions, the person who took that awful action against your child may have a serious mental health problem. And we have to look into that and take that into consideration too. Because road rage is one thing. It's not like you're willing to try to hurt someone where you want to take their life. So that's a little on the extreme side. So that maybe there's something else happening. But yeah, road rage itself is one of the things. I was looking at stat that 1 in every or 8 out of 10 people are experiencing it in one way or another in their life. 19 or under is usually the main people.
Yeah.
So if it's 19 and under, but his guy was 50, you said, right?
55.
Then he had probably major mental health issues.
You think? Well, he was a veteran. He's a veteran. I'm sorry.
PTSD.
He's a
there
veteran.
you go. Boom. Major mental health issues. That's where I'm going to go.
Yes,
I don't know how long
your mental health issues.
I don't know if he just went to boot camp.
Yeah, mental health is so serious. Yes, it is.
I will put that in the in my phrases too. I'm gonna get that from you.
Yeah, because if he's a veteran, I'm a veteran. Let me tell you that's common. All right.
Yes.
If he's 50, then he was in the Vietnam era.
Oh.
So
we're all responsible for our own actions. I agree with that. Anita Robinson, I agree.
Yes, we are responsible for our own actions. However, we have to take into consideration mental health in this situation, because that may not have been just road rage. It could have been he had an episode, and we have to make sure he gets the help that he needs.
But the thing is, I want to respond to that.
Go ahead.
He won't say why he did it though.
Because
the first thing he did in the courtroom is ask for the death penalty. He went from the death penalty to temporary pleading not guilty to temporary insanity.
Yeah.
Just said major mental health problem. Major mental health problem.
I would want to know. I would want more inside information from his wife, because you said that his wife was in the car.
Yeah, but she's not talking. The police questioned her. They let her go because they said by law she don't have to answer any questions. So she's not talking to anyone.
He had an episode. I'm gonna go off of that. Like if he doesn't describe why he did what he did, he had an episode. And I guarantee you, it's probably not the first time he's had these episodes.
With all the animals,
it's the first time he did it outside in public with a weapon.
No, he had a lot of ammunition in the car.
Yes.
No, what I'm saying is he had in the ammunition. Okay, with all that ammo he had in his car. I'm sorry, I'm not blaming on mental nothing.
And that's exactly what I was about to go through with that.
Hang on. You don't just go and attack somebody unless you have severe mental health problems. You just don't anybody raise your hand if you had a day where you're like, I'm gonna shoot somebody today. No, you don't. That's a lie, Jazz, because you don't go out there to look for a problem.
No, I don't. I think about going to the range, so you might be right about that.
Yeah. So what just happened yesterday, the 19-year-old guy, it was nothing wrong with, well, I can't say it was nothing wrong with him. In Memphis.
Oh, in Memphis. Oh,
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
so Shaka said the only.
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
saying
y'all,
the only thing the courts. I got you. Don't worry. The only thing the court should consider is the effect his actions had on that young brother's family. Throw the book at him. Shaka. I don't have a problem with the justice system as far as putting them, pinning them to the wall.
I want you next.
Yeah, Platinum. I don't have an issue with that. But one thing I want to keep in mind is that we need to take into context that he may not have had the help he needed. Had he gotten the help he needed mental health wise, like that's the awareness we need to spread.
That's true.
I get that.
But he was going to see counseling at the veteran before he did this. That's what they said. But why are you running around with all these guns and ammunition?
That's another thing. He should have never had it if he had a severe mental health. Can we get that comment to come back?
He had ammo in his car. That means he was already
planning something.
With that in there.
Yes. I don't think he was planning anything. Veterans, we do that. No, there's no plan. Let me tell you, I'm a veteran. That's what we do.
Brandon, you can't generalize for all veterans.
I'm not generalizing for veterans. Have you? You guys don't know what it's like to be in the military. I do. Monique Johnson, I agree, mental health, because the first thing you say is, I want death penalty.
Yes.
All right, Monique. We need to take into consideration everything.
Yeah. Okay. Platinum, did you have something you want to say?
Oh, yeah. So first things first, I wanna read the comment by Miss Ayana in the group that the only thing worse than being blind is having sight but no vision. This young man has vision.
Yes.
For him to be able to have the ability to forgive this man, and he was the person that was on the wrong receiving end of whatever condition that he has, that he has to be hold accountable for. However,
Yeah,
this young
definitely.
man is being an example, a guiding example to how all of us should be towards other people.
Right.
It's challenging, and it's challenging for us to even think how can he have that foresight, how can he have that vision, but that is within all of us.
Gun laws
That's
do need to
true.
change.
I agree.
And
I agree. He's
yes,
helping me too.
yes.
I'm
I,
sorry,
And
I
so,
Laura.
I
Go
and
ahead.
suffer from
so,
mental health, y'all. I got
so,
bipolar. Okay, so I want y'all to really understand that when
Okay.
I'm saying mental health awareness, not just the road rage part. That's a symptom. The underlying problem is he may have had an episode where he should never have weapons in the first place, because if you have a mental health problem, you shouldn't have weapons.
Exactly.
Yes,
So
Exactly.
that's the
Brandon.
one thing I want. I want that to be a part of that message.
Okay.
Okay.
I love that message, and I would
Thank
create a
you.
segment.
Thank
I would
you.
create a segment just for that. But right now, I do not want to highlight the perpetrator right now, because even though he may have mental health issues, he took steps, and there's no way he didn't know that he was going through an episode. Like you said, you have bipolar disorder. I have bipolar disorder. I know what's leading up to when I'm about to snap or I'm about to feel emotional, and I'll send my kids away. I'll say, listen, guys, today mommy just needs some me time. Or I know if they get in trouble in school and I'm not feeling well and I'm saying, okay, I'm upset, I'm not going to discipline my children or yell at my children while I know I'm not mentally okay right now. That man's wife had a duty too to her husband. She knew that he was unstable because she lives with him. This has been something, like you said, it was going on in the household. It had not spilled into the streets yet. She could
Exactly.
have reported this to the VA. She could have
Yep.
reported this to the authorities. She
Yep.
could cooperate with the police officers. So for
But she
me,
chose not to.
I feel no sympathy for her. I feel no sympathy for him. But we do have a mental health crisis. But my show today is not to highlight that. My show today is to
Thank you.
highlight this young man's family and his situation. What I want to do is help her spread her awareness so that they can get the accommodations that they need for their family to help assist this young man to get back to living a normal life. His life will never
Yes.
be fully normal, but we want to get him back into the position where he doesn't feel like there's not nothing out there that he can't do. He is
Yeah.
still young, and he should still be able to live a productive, happy life, whether he has his eyesight or not. So that's
Yes.
what we're here to do today, is
Thank
highlight
you.
that and help
Thank
assist this family to get in what they need.
Thank
And piggybacking off of that, there was a question that states, in essence, what can we do to spread more awareness
Yes.
about this? And this is a perfect forum for it. I'm
Yes.
thinking more posts, not just on the road, but through a social media, create shorts,
Okay.
15
Yes.
seconds,
Yeah.
highlighting that.
Mhm.
That could be a really good start.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yep. I will take heed to that.
hmm
Thank
And
you.
to my co-host, and my co-host like to see things from both perspectives, because he's just like, he knows there's a cause and effect. And
Yeah.
the reason why we're trying to highlight that is because if someone would have done right by that man, this could have been prevented. If gun laws, because like Brandon said, I'm sorry, B-Bass said, there's no way he should have been riding around with that much ammunition.
No. He had enough time to reload his gun. I mean, if you look
Yes.
at the video,
That's what
I'm
I was gonna say, and it's like he
I'm
reloaded
not, but
that
that's
a
that I
couple
get that.
times.
That's why I'm saying that the actions are they're
way
they're
off.
not tolerated at all. I'm not
Mm-mm.
condoning any of that. What I'm saying
Yes.
is, like, we need to really look at, like, what happened here. We need to take that as a lesson to
Mhm.
take and put it towards with the road rage. But say road rage is just a symptom, guys. We need y'all to go and check yourselves. If you're not feeling well, that's what the message also should be, is like, road
Yeah.
rage is this. My son got
Mhm.
affected this way. Now I want to spread this awareness.
Yeah.
But my other question that I wanted to get into before that one spilled out, sorry, was, did you reach out to the disability folks for the blind. There's a department
That's what-
for the, I believe it's for the blind. There's a
Blind
department.
Association.
Yeah, the Blind Association. If you're able to reach out to them and then reach out to your councilman and ask them, hey, can you guys give me more support here?
Yes,
Because we
anger
don't
management
see
class
that
is needed.
here in this area. Best way to do something like that to get their attention, start a
Okay.
petition. You
Thank
can
you.
either do it through change.org
Mm-hmm.
or you can do
Change.org.
it by going door to door, because they don't look at anybody with less than 100 signatures. So the
Okay.
more signatures you get, that means the more votes that
And-
you have, and then you supporting it, then they'll be like, okay, we'll create a process for you guys. I
Okay.
think that would be a good start there.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Communicate
And-
with the Blind Association, councilman, and start a petition.
And
Thank
actually, I'm actually, I have 2 questions for you. Councilman for support change.org. Yes. Did any churches reach out to you guys when this happened? And if so, what help did they offer you guys?
No church has reached out. No one has reached out. Mm-mm.
Okay.
No.
So if we have anyone who is have an affiliation with any churches in Youngstown, I'm going to implore you guys to please reach out to this family and see what we can do as a community to help aid them. And like Brandon said, the community really needs to come together on this one, because today was her son. Tomorrow could be your son or your daughter or yourself. I'm sorry. Last night, my ex-husband was hit by a car and left on the road in the Youngstown streets. This right here is where community comes in at.
Yeah.
This is where we have to come together to help form change. Change does not come just one person. We have to hold each other's hand and ask each other, what do you need? If we can get street signs in neighborhoods where it says, slow down, children live here, then we need stuff like that in the urban neighborhoods or just surrounding neighborhoods. There should have been, I'm sorry, all the churches that we have in Youngstown, there should have been a church that reached out to you. There should have been a lot of other people, Boys and Girls Club. I don't care, because guess what? This could have been someone else's baby.
Yeah.
And we have to think, like, once upon a time ago, we thought about all kids were a part of the community, right?
Yep.
We took care of each other, right?
Mm-hmm.
Once we get back to that stage, then we can stop these crimes from happening. People say we can't stop all crime. No, you can't stop all crime, but you can dead the ones that are preventable, because there are a lot of crimes that happen that are
You can do mitigation, remediation, mediation. We can just
free counseling.
Do something to where we can get something out to where it can, like, the steps can be put in place to keep it at a minimum level.
Yeah.
But no matter what, it's intolerable for just one. You know, one's one too many.
Yeah, I agree.
Do you guys have a GoFundMe account or any type of account that people could make donations?
It's a GoFundMe on the Rage to Blindness Awareness.
Mm-hmm.
It's on the page. I've been posting it. I don't know if anybody been seeing it, but I don't post it every day.
I haven't seen it, but I'm going to share it. Guys, if I haven't invited you guys to the group yet, I think I invited you guys. I'm not sure. But if you guys see the link on the page, please share it. I want to kind of help you guys to get as much help and assistance as you can.
Thank you.
Definitely. And so I was talking to you earlier, and you said that you wanted to start a podcast.
Yeah.
And the podcast where you aiming to share your story and just kind of bring more awareness.
Yeah, to share my story and bring more awareness, and to, like, you know, have a soft tone where it would be, you know, positive speaking, and just like a soft tone where people could just go in and listen.
Mm-hmm. And just to motivate.
A meditation and motivation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I like that. That's beautiful. So I'm gonna give you some of the steps to start your podcast. Okay. So I'm also going to make another video. Me and Platinum we're going to make a video, and we're going to post that onto YouTube too for more in depth. I think that your path is solid. I love that you're really trying to make a change, not just for your son, but for the community, because people have to realize when you take steps like this and creating these type of awareness, that helps everyone. That helps everyone. It doesn't just benefit your baby, you know, because we want people to think about the cause and effect.
Yes.
That's what she is bringing awareness to. Blind to rage. I'm sorry, I'm saying that wrong. Rage to blind. Rage to blind. I'm sorry.
And when it comes to topics like this, it's going to be inevitable. People's going to be triggered by it. But triggering doesn't always have to be bad. You can be better by it, or you can become bitter by the triggering. So,
yes.
You know, bitter is not the goal. I'm trying to be better.
Bitter is definitely not the goal. Yes. Bitter is not the goal. So,
thank you.
You're welcome. Is there any other messages that you want to get out there to the community, or something that we have not highlighted that you want to highlight, something I may have left out?
Not really. Just, you know, try to stay positive minded. Stick with your goals, so you don't try to be, you know, so you don't have to rush to anger so fast. And stay mental, you know, keep your mental sanity. Don't be insane. Be sane.
Yes. Yes. And how is Zach doing now?
He's okay. I don't know if he'll come out. I'm gonna go see if he'll come out. Okay.
Okay. Okay. So Anita Robinson said, and to let Zach express himself if he would like to participate, to show others that who he is not as. I'm sorry.
All right, and let Zach and let
uplifted as himself or has experienced trauma, that they can still have a fabulous life.
Fabulous life.
Zach's podcast. Oh, fabulous life.
Hashtag Zach's podcast.
Guys, unfortunately, my computer is broke, so I'm on the phone trying to read. Like, y'all know.
All you gotta do is ask me. Just ask me to do it. Like the admin asked me to do it, and I've been
okay. Yeah, because
so Zai put.
I just posted the GoFundMe
in the chat. Yeah.
Thank you. Admin, can you please put the GoFundMe on the page, please? Yes. So, guys. I just
all right. Hey, before anything happens, I don't know if you could see it there, Zai, but I posted 2 links of your Ohio City councilmen's and the actual site for the Ohioans with disabilities. Mm-hmm. So you guys can go and reach out to those individuals. Depending on the ward you're in, would be your councilman representative. So you want to make sure you talk to them. Okay.
Okay, he's coming.
Oh, nice.
Hey.
Nice.
Where?
Over here.
Over here. She's on the couch there. Sit next to her. Turn around.
Turn this way.
Hi, Zach. How are you doing today?
Hello, Zach.
Well, how are y'all doing?
We're doing good. We're so blessed and honored to have you here today. We just wanted to show you some love. I am so proud of you, young man. You are a fighter, and I love that you and your mother are trying to bring awareness to the community about your situation. And I just know that you're going to turn things around. And, sir, in the future, I know you're going to set the standard for all people who have lost their sight.
Thank you. I hope I do the same.
Oh, you will. I have the faith, because it takes such courage to do what you have done today and what you have been doing for a while now. Is there anything that you would like the world to know?
Just keep showing me love.
Gotcha, man.
You got it.
I love it. Thank you so much, Zach, for being here.
We
appreciate you and your mom so much.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
You too, sweetheart.
Have a good night. Thanks.
All right.
What an amazing young man.
An
amazing young man. Such courage. Such courage. I'm telling you. My. So, Aaron, did you have Platinum P? I'm sorry. Did you have any other questions that you wanted to ask? Because you smiling. I know the gears are grinding over there.
I'm just grateful to be in the presence of greatness. Like
Yes.
it doesn't matter if you're 80 or 20. Like to see that energy right there is it's contagious. It's contagious.
Yeah.
Yes,
Infectious, right?
There you go.
He's got a good head on his shoulders. That's awesome. Hopefully he can take this and make something where he's going to be very successful, you know.
He's going to definitely turn it
like I
around.
said, your guys taking a negative and turning it into a positive is kind of like good inspiration for others.
Right.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
I hurt my hand today, you know, but that pales in comparison to what you guys have been through. So I can push through that, you know.
Yeah.
No,
Yes,
you
but
certainly can't have
Go
a
ahead,
testimony if you're not tested. So
Right?
True that. True that. I got a large testimony. I praise God every
yes,
day.
Shaka, that kid is a hero.
Thank you, Shaka.
Yes, he is.
I
He
give God
definitely
all
is.
the glory.
Okay. So I'm giving him the glory for you too, because guess what? It was nothing but God, because we all know sometimes
Yes.
we all thank you.
With a
Thank
hollow
you,
point bullet.
Yes,
Oh,
in the
God.
temple. In the temple. There was nothing but God with him
Yes.
So
the whole way. I'm
in the
sorry.
temple, right? So like
Yes.
that's like really close to the brain,
Oh yeah.
and he was
Yes.
able to like push through that, so that there was no brain damage or nothing like
I
that, huh?
was just
Well,
thinking
it was like it went in here and it came out his right
It went
eye.
right
that.
through. Huh?
Oh,
The surgery he had was the hardest. I mean, heaviest surgery. That surgery took 6 to 8 hours,
Jeez,
Yes.
and they had to literally lift his brain up.
Oh
pull it
my.
out.
Yeah,
wow.
to because his skull was kind of cracked, and they had to do some things.
You
Yeah.
got to think with that force and all that, it's
So
gonna.
Monique Johnson said, "You hear about stories, but when you see it, it's totally a different feeling. What a
Yep.
blessing, Tisha."
That's
Thank
true.
you,
Or
cuz.
you hear
Thank you. Love
stories
you.
and
Yes. Yes.
a completely
So
different story.
yes.
Oh
Brandon, can you read
yeah,
that
the
comment?
woman,
Yep.
the
What
woman
about
that
the young
told me.
lady that drove him to the hospital?
I wish I could meet her. I
Oh,
want to
wait
tell her
a
thank you.
minute.
I want to
Wait a
send her
minute.
so many blessings.
Oh
I pray
wow.
that God is the head of her life and He bless her in every walk that she make, every step, every foot, everything she touched, she'll turn to gold.
Oh
Oh
my God.
wow.
Wait a minute.
Thank
So
you.
someone drove him. The ambulance didn't take him.
I don't
Oh
believe
my
so.
God.
Oh wow.
Wow.
I
I
don't.
pray that you guys get to meet whoever she was. Whoever she is. And she didn't come forward at all.
No, I wish.
She was probably traumatized too. So I mean,
Yeah, because she actually seen it. You know what I mean?
yeah.
She actually seen.
She was
Oh,
and you know what type of courage it takes to do something like that?
Yes.
What an
Right.
amazing
Right.
woman.
Right.
Your son has some angels.
Oh
I
yeah.
can tell you are a praying mother.
Yes. Yes.
You
Thank
are a
you.
praying mother.
I am. I try to be anyway.
Oh my
I'm
God.
only
That's
human.
when the story can't get any more interesting. It turns and the plot thickens and it's
Mm-hmm.
a beautiful, beautiful thing happened where someone in the midst of that jumped in the car and took him to the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing.
Great.
That's
That is
amazing.
amazing. Yes. She was an angel. The
Yes.
world will show you it's evil people, but it's still a lot of good people. Amen. There's still a lot of good people out there.
Amen.
There's still a lot
like
of good people out
police
there.
wasn't even able to tell you like who she was or anything. Like, did she even like talk to anybody? It was more she just like drove.
She
and
is.
just,
She
like,
sleeps
dropped
with
it
her
off
Bible.
knowing,
Okay,
no.
so
I'm sorry, that's like a serious question because it's like you think like with if that was me and I was in that situation, like I would have wanted to at least stay around, see what happened, make sure the person was good, but it don't sound like that in her case, so I don't know, but it's like
yes, so I'm gonna actually I want to give you some information on starting a podcast, but I'm also going to implore anyone out there in the community to please reach out, send toiletries, food, whatever God blesses your heart to bless this family with, please give that to them. And also, if anyone knows of any foundations other than the what you said, Brandon, was the blind association.
Blind
Yeah,
assist.
Blind Association should be the one to reach out to
Yeah.
But
to give.
there should be some others locally because
Yeah, that's
we
why I
want to.
posted those. I
Oh, you
posted
did?
those.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
Brandon
okay.
posted those in the
Okay,
chat.
good.
Yes. But yes, so the start of the podcast, you already have your name. So you have the first step. You're already there. So do you guys have a YouTube already?
Yeah, but I haven't been really active on it, but yeah, I have one.
Okay. So like Platinum said, start doing like your shorts and segments. I'm pretty sure one of the younger kids in the house can show you how to do the shorts. Also, TikTok. If you're not, I'm not sure if you're active on TikTok.
I don't even
Get
have a
you
TikTok. She is though. I can get them hers.
Yes, get your TikTok going,
Okay.
so that you guys can tell the story in segments and highlight it. And you're gonna reach not just our age group, but the younger generation, so that they'll understand how to handle themselves in that situation too.
Okay.
And hopefully it motivates someone, and hopefully someone to reach out to you guys, and God to just connect you with the right people. That's what I'm praying, that he puts you connects you with the right people and put you in position. That's what I'm praying for you guys.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. And so the next thing that you would need to do is get you an RSS feed. We see how we did it was we went through StreamYard. So I first started my YouTube page. I got
Okay.
that going. And then I went through StreamYard. I linked my YouTube to StreamYard. And then after I did that, I needed to generate a RSS feed so I can get on all the major platinum networks, such as Google, Apple Podcasts, Pandora, etc. And so what you have to do is go onto YouTube, and you have your own customized URL. So you can go to your channel and it'll give you your URL. So what you do is copy and paste that, and then you'll head over to I use rssfeed.com. You'll go over to that website, get you an account. They'll give you a 30-day free trial. You copy and paste that link that you took from YouTube over there into the link. It'll say generate RSS feed.
Okay.
So you'll hit generate, and it'll give you a customized feed. And so with that feed, it'll pull the information from your YouTube. So like pictures that you have on there, your name and stuff like that. It'll generate that.
Okay.
So then what you'll do on your RSS feed, they're going to be the people that you're going to go ahead and push your podcast through for the streaming services. So you'll customize, like how I have this artwork right here. You'll have that, you'll upload it. They'll ask you to upload your podcast art. You'll create your podcast art with your logo and things like that. And you'll do, after you create the feed, they'll take you step by step to do everything else.
Okay.
And once you have, the reason why I tell you use StreamYard, because it's easier to download audio from StreamYard. So once you get like your audio downloaded, you go and submit it over to rss.com. That's the only thing that you'll have to do manually each week, because RSS is not connected to StreamYard.
Oh,
but
okay.
yes. So, and then I'm also going to email you this too. So once you get that going, then you'll upload audio, submit your feed. They'll tell you that you can outsource it through all of these directories. They'll have a bunch of directories. And each week that you upload manually, because with RSS, you have to upload the audio manually.
Okay.
But it'll send it to Apple and everyone else always. Like you'll never have to keep going in there and add it individually. Go ahead, Platinum.
Yeah.
I was just saying.
Yeah, night. Monique Johnson says, "Have a good night, family. Love you all."
Good night,
Monique. Good night, Monique.
Good night. Thank you.
And so so that is one of the ways of getting on the big networks. Okay. But you can start just through YouTube, but you want to definitely do the shorts, build your following, and that's going to help you get to where you need to be. Now, there are some other streaming sites that you don't have to pay for.
You also want to keep in mind frequency. If you're gonna upload, you need to upload initially. A lot of people don't know, but you got to upload at least 3 times a day.
Oh, okay.
So every day when you're
Okay.
first starting, and
Okay.
then unless you're gonna do like an actual podcast, then you can do probably twice a week.
Yeah.
Try to keep them short, so they're not, but then break them up. So break them up into segments when you're putting it on YouTube, like she was saying, shorts. So you take a highlight of like a hot what do you call it? Hot take, hot take of a subject. Boom, put it out in the shorts, and then link it to your podcast so then they can hear the whole thing. And a lot of folks will probably gravitate to the podcast if there's something intriguing.
Yes.
Okay.
So, and then with the podcast, start off, because my mistake was I started off a whole hour. A lot of people attention span is so short. So giving them so much information within the hour, they can't absorb it. So start off short, give them 30 minutes. And then maybe the next day, because you don't have to, for your podcast, you don't have to upload 3 times a day. So for your podcast, which you'll be using through either StreamYard or whatever streaming services that you choose, just upload. I would do maybe three a week, starting off. That way you can build your fan base and you have content coming out. Because I don't know if you guys know who Corey X Kenshin is, but when Corey X Kenshin does not post on social media, the children go nuts. Because your fans will love you. Once you find your targeted fans, they're going to want to hear from you often. Okay. So just keep that in mind. But it is a journey, and I am going to email you this stuff too. But I did just want to give you a sense of the steps that you have to go through. And when we're done, I'm also going to send you the link to this video, and I'll send you the link to YouTube and Apple or Spotify podcast. But I want to thank you so much for coming on. And like I said, you are such a strong woman. It is so hard to be a mother and be strong when our babies are weak. When our babies are going through. It takes a lot of strength. And ma'am, you have it. You have it. You are a super mama. You are a super shiro for sure.
Thank you.
Yes.
I'm trying.
Yes.
Did you say shiro?
Super shiro.
She did.
Super shiro. Okay. So you're welcome. If there's any more information that you may need, you can hit me up anytime. Okay. Anytime. If I can answer it, I will answer it. Believe that.
I will wish you
well on your journey.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Please forgive me, because Lord, everything that could go wrong today went wrong.
Nah.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that.
I'm sorry. It's okay. But I'm just so happy that you were here, and I hope that we highlighted your story enough that it gets traction and people reach out to you and help you. You have a wonderful, wonderful young man on your hands, and he's going to do well. I have faith in that. So we're going to wrap this up. I don't want to hold you too much longer.
Okay.
But also share your page. Give us out your information again, because at the end I always like to re-highlight so people don't forget.
Okay, it's hashtag Rage to Blind Awareness, and don't forget the LF as in Frank Z Woods on YouTube.
Guys, make sure you guys follow her son's page on YouTube, and make sure you please follow her page on Facebook. It's open to the public, right?
It's open to the public.
Okay, so it's open to the public. You do not need an invite, but if you join and you want to invite friends, please do. And if you guys get on there and see their GoFundMe, please share their GoFundMe, and please do donate. Let's support this family, and let's bring awareness to Rage to Blind, please. And let's talk to our politicians, our councilmen, anyone out there knows the right people that she should talk to. Let's get in her inbox, and let's make this happen. Let's make this happen. Yes. All right, guys. This has been the Allure Hour podcast with your girl Allure D and crew. I want to thank you again, Rage to Blind, for coming here. So much positive energy to all of you guys on here. Everyone have a beautiful day. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe on YouTube, guys. The Lauren Hour Podcast with Laura Dannon. And you can find us on Spotify, Pandora, any Google Podcasts, any major streaming platform. I am there. Please go over there and hit the follow button, guys. We appreciate all your support. Thank you so much. This has been the Lauren Hour, and we're out.